Game started.
Okay, jacks. My turn to go first here. Okay, let's play d4. d4, d5. c4, the queen's gambit. And knight f6. This is the martial defense to the queen's gambit, not considered one of the best moves. Yeah, there's no threat on the pawn just yet, so I can develop my knight with the tempo. And then you want to clamp down on this move, e4 to e5. Yeah, force him to play a more passive move like e6, blocking in his bishop. And this should be good for white. Can't play e4 right away because the knight can take it due to this pin. So maybe I should unpin, and now I can think about playing e4, developing my bishop, and see how it goes from there. Okay, does that renew the prevention? Renew the prevention of e4. If I play e4, bishop takes knight, bishop takes bishop, the queen has to retreat. And then I have time to play e5 or some move that defends e4. So let's try that again. e4, bishop takes knight, bishop takes bishop, and the queen is under attack, so the queen has to move, and I have pawns on d4 and e4. Queen has a few squares to go to. A lot of choices, really, along this row or back to here. But none of them seem deadly dangerous. Yeah, maybe just... okay. The queen retreats immediately. So now, if bishop takes, then knight takes, because the bishop is not threatening anything. So I have to defend my e-pawn or push it. Let's defend it. And that allows me to castle and or play play e5. I guess it's not an and. You can only do one move at a time, so it's the one or the other. Let's castle. And then if he does nothing, I'll play bishop to g5 and e5. But let's castle first, so that when I play bishop to g5, this knight won't be pinned. So he immediately defends the knight. Now bishop to g5 is not, is it a pin? It's a kind of a pin, but he has this move knight to bishop g5, knight to d5, defending the bishop. So if I take, the knight takes. If I take the knight, my bishop is defended by my knight there, so that's not a good move right away. Is this the best I can do, though? Also, this b-pawn is hanging. This is defended by the bishop and the knight. So I could think about playing a move like knight to... knight to a4, attacks the queen, defends the b-pawn, and then now the only question is, does that knight really have a future? Where is he going from a4, which you should think about before playing a move like that. Then rook here, the queen defends the knight. I had to harass the queen right away because otherwise there was a threat to the e-pawn. So now what? Now I could play knight to knight c5. If bishop takes, rook takes. seems okay. And it is hitting the queen. Forcing the queen to move again if there's no exchange, and it puts some pressure on B7 there, keeping the bishop tied up to defending B7. So you might be tempted just to take that. And the c-pawn seems kind of weak. If there was a way to get a tempo on the c-pawn. Now knight here attacking the rook, bishop covers that. There is pawn there attacking the rook. And where do I want it to go? He no longer has a dark squared bishop. So I was thinking I could put it on the dark square and it wouldn't be harassed by any bishop, but I think I want to stay out of the way of this bishop in case it wants to come out on some of these diagonals. Okay, he's pushing his pawns forward. Okay, this is pinned in a way because of the bishop being undefended. Pawn to d5 is possible. Pawn takes, knight takes. Do I have something there like bishop? Bishop e4, pinning the knight against the rook. But he could have taken with the queen guarding the e4 square. So instead of that, maybe I should just defend defend that e-pawn. Maybe bishop to c3 would have been a better square than e3. I'm playing kind of slowly here, so I should probably stop talking so much and play some moves. So queen e2. Or let's play e5 first, so I don't have to worry about this pawn on e4 being attacked. Knight there, going after the bishop. You know, something still seems kind of wrong about what he's doing. He's playing with two pieces and a queen, but I haven't exactly refuted it here. Okay, so let's defend the bishop. So if he takes, I take with the queen defending the knight. And threaten to double rooks on the c file. Maybe come into c7 if he lets me. This is a bit dangerous. If I take, he takes. Oh yes, he can't take with the queen. He has to take with the bishop. It's not as dangerous. I was worried about this battery here, but of course he can't. He cannot take that way. So now I'm threatening to just take his bishop. Okay. Yeah. I was thinking about placing the bishop there, but maybe some problems with that, like knight here attacking the queen and the bishop is loose. Okay, so maybe, yeah, it's an annoying piece there, that knight. I'm going to start pushing some pawns here. Okay, he's attacking my rook and my bishop. The bishop is defended. How about if we attack his queen? Yeah, I can't do that. If I place the bishop there, bishop takes, threatens my queen and my rook simultaneously. Now bishop here, rook takes, rook, bishop takes queen, rook takes queen, or bishop here, queen takes, yeah, he takes here with check, so I have to take the rook. Bishop here, rook takes rook, queen takes rook. It's possible. Okay, is he going to get something on this stuff here? Let's go back to pinning the bishop. So I'm threatening the move b5, attacking the bishop. He's threatening to mate me. If I play this, he can play bishop takes pawn. But what else? What else, indeed? Maybe queen back here. Just defend that way. Really didn't want him to give up a pawn. The rook also defends here. I don't see any advantage to that. Oh, he can take a rook. Yeah, that's pretty good. So it'll be bishop versus rook. I need to try and get something going over here quickly.
Server announcement.
Oh my. So that freezes that pawn momentarily. Yeah, the rook just retreats. Bishop there will stop the pawn. I really can't do a whole lot. I can't afford to lose track of this pawn over here. Let's see. He can come in here, I guess, is the problem. I wanted to keep his king out of this square. But it looks like there's no way to do it. Let's see. Let's grab a pawn over here at least. Of course, I've abandoned the b pawn. I could probably just push that. If the rook takes, then I can play bishop takes here with check. Yeah, he can just do that. But I'm trying to make things a little interesting.
Check.
Yeah, so that keeps the king out of there. So let's go over here, see if I can stop the pawn. And once again, the pawn has been momentarily halted. But let's see, how can I stop it again? Maybe I can't. If I move the bishop, he just plays here, and I can't get in and stop it. If I move the king, yeah, he just plays bishop there again. I mean, he plays pawn to b4 again. So it looks like this is losing here. What should I throw in? Is there any move I can make? Yeah, I don't see a move here. Yeah, it was a danger. When I started playing around over here, I was probably hopeless. So I'm going to resign here,
White,
and
resigns.
I will do a postmortem as usual. See you guys later. Bye.